heritage. Righteous is our nature. We don't play no hater. We respect our maker. Oh God, the one true Jah. From the powers of creation we came. Spread upon mankind is a fail. Behind fables and fairy tales they hide. With their slave trade and wicked appetite. They still pretty melanin, shade and color of our skin. Some are petrified of course by the texture and the in-laws.
SVG.
Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
We are back with more talk time here on Activated Mornings with Roleza, Dianna, and Nicole. I think that the sound is back on. Right now we have Kingsley DeFreitas on the line who is going to give us his commentary at this time. You'd let me know, listeners, if you are hearing me on Facebook. Nicole, you let me know as well. Kingsley, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning to you. Good to have you here with us. You know, over the last couple of months, I sit and I remember when they had what we call combination. A lot of parents, especially single parents, take time out to go accompany their child or children. Now school is open. We see a lot of children nicely attired going to school because they want themselves in a better position with their education. And I took some time off this weekend to go to areas where young people spend time together. And you know what I observed, I'm not saying I'm linking it together, but I'm not suggesting that what I saw is school children. But if you're under 18, you still consider to be a child or child. And I went to a place called Heritage Square. I went to other places. And what I noticed in Civis and again is people smoking weed like it's going out of style. I don't know if you know, this thing have about 15 names. They call it marijuana, ganja, tamping, a whole heap of names. And my question this morning is for listeners, especially if your parents or guardians. Would you like to hear your children come home and say, Mommy and Daddy, I was smoking some weed this morning. Mommy and Daddy, I had some strong rum to drink. I mean, I am disappointed the way I see a lot of young people spending time on the block, drinking strong beverages, very strong beverages, and smoking what we call tampi, marijuana. I don't know what you know it as. I will admit to you, when I was younger, I did like the smell. But because my parents were disciplinarian, I never was attracted to smoke marijuana. And all of a sudden, in Civis and Gurney's, people were calling for the authorities to decriminalize a small portion of marijuana. I don't know if that took place, but I don't know if you pay attention. People who walk and smoke marijuana, like old people say, it's going out of style. They have no respect for where they are. I stand at the airport some days ago and see a couple smoking marijuana. I went to them and I said, what you guys doing? Oh, they say there's an atmosphere in Civis where you're allowed to carry a small portion. So that means they could abuse me and smoke the marijuana anywhere. I am totally disturbed of what's taking place among young people smoking marijuana or ganja or Tampy, whatever they call it. Some people call it Pushum Peg, all kind of name. And this thing that they sell in the bottle, they say sunset thing strong like a lion. That becoming a favorite pastime for young people. And we have to put something in place to deal with that. So much people becoming junkies. And we can't allow our young children to see what's taking place and figure well that is a norm. It is being encouraged by today's society. So let me jump in line and smoke some tampy. I mean, it's really annoying. I can remember, when I was younger, I had an inquiry in mind. I see people smoke. You know what I did? I get some cement paper and roll a spliff and say, let me try smoke grass, as they call it. You think they knock me off my shoulder? I mean, I just can't understand how people could allow their children or their cousins or their niece and nephew to spend time in certain areas, know what's taking place, and not paying attention to the children or the niece or nephews. I mean, I'm hoping that people will call and share their view on that issue, because it's a frightening issue. It might not have an immediate impact, but down the road, we're creating junkies. People walking just smoking all over the place. They will soon tell you that they encourage you to use cocaine as a recreation drug, and we must just accept that. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
All right. Thank you, Kingsley. See you. All right, then that was Kingsley DeFreitas with his commentary. He was asking if you have noticed the excessive drinking and smoking that is taking place among our youths. And before I can get to there, we have a caller, so I am going to take this call. Hello, Joshua. Good morning.
Good morning, Juanita.
Well, I have Nicole online, so
Nicole, good morning. How are things in Trinidad? I always remember Trinidad, because, doubles and spicy food. Oh, man, I'm telling you, that place is something else. Kingsley, help me here, please. I come to St. Vincent, and everywhere I go, I see marijuana being grown in public. The first time it almost shocked my pants off, I was at this very, very well posh place, and there were about 5 trees, about 6 feet tall, marijuana growing right in public. What's the issue really? Please help me understand, because I don't live in St. Vincent, so I do not know. It's grown in public. Help me here. Me too dumb to understand that. So maybe when the Kingsley comes on tomorrow, he could explain why is this stuff being grown.
You want Kingsley to answer why marijuana is being grown? Isn't that Kingsley growing them?
Yolanda, sorry.
Dianna?
I'm asking Kingsley because Kingsley makes a commentary.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I'd like you guys to understand. If somebody comes on your show
mm-hmm.
and they comment on something and the listener wants to question that person, the listener has that right, or else the commentary is useless.
Yeah, I understand you questioning no, but it's the fact that you're saying you're talking about the trees that are being grown. I think you would ask somebody else, why there are marijuana trees, like maybe law enforcement or somebody like that.
Somebody else is not on the radio. You only have one child, right, Dianna?
Yes, I do.
Okay, now in our home, whenever something went wrong, Tristan, our son, would say, I didn't do it. Shakeen would say, I didn't do it. My mom, Yolanda would say, well, somebody did it. I've been living in this house for over 40 years, and I'm still looking for somebody. Who will notice somebody? So if you get the point,
Okay.
I would like somebody who is vocal to tell me why is this stuff being grown. I could name some areas where I see this stuff in plain view.
Nah,
As a matter of fact,
don't name them.
I don't know if they're still. I do not know if they're still there, but at the entrance to the cruise ship terminal, maybe 3-4 years ago, there were some very healthy looking marijuana plants right there on the right side, going in right there, which is the first thing tourists see when they come off the ship. So Kingsley, if they want to smoke it, it's because they see it advertised there. And I'm speaking to Kingsley because it's Kingsley's commentary is nothing to do with him. He has nothing that I want, absolutely nothing at all.
All right. Thank
I'm just asking a question because he's commenting.
All right.
And I want to apologize to my friend Anita. Sometimes when you call, I'm caught with my pants down, and I can't necessarily answer you. But you know the love is there.
All right, Joshua.
Thank you, guys.
Have a nice day, Joshua.
Good morning, Nicole. Didn't even get to
Good morning. I know. Oh gosh. Yeah.
Okay, we have another caller, so let me take this call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning to everyone in theater. This is Pumpy.
Hi.
Hello, pleasant good morning.
Morning.
How are you guys?
Good
I am
morning.
good.
Ditto. I'm good.
All right.
You seem to be breaking up a little bit. Not hearing anything. No.
I sung in a little better right now.
Yes. And then it's gone again. Okay, so
then, I just giving a little comment. Things
okay.
I really, when I was living in St. Vincent, I used to plant weed. I used to smoke weed. Never ever. Never ever. It's just your mind. If your mind is to do bad things, you will do bad things. If your mind is to do things, you will do things. Because when I leave St. Vincent and come to America, and I have this job that I have here, when they give me the job, they told me two things that they do. You come into work, you're punching, they could send you for a rundown test to see if you're on drugs, if you're on alcohol. And it's 24 years now since I was never go back on weed. I just say, you know what? I just got to leave it. I have my children and I got to do things to make them better in life.
Mm-hmm.
It's your mind. We never do me anything. And it was possible that I would have still smoking weed. I ain't like. All
right. Thank you.
You find certain things in life that you need in life. If you need it,
all right. Thank you, Pompey. Okay, Nicole, I think that you were saying something before. Okay, we have another caller. Morning, Kojo.
Morning. I did hear the full commentary of Kingsley, but from what I'm getting from Carlos, it seems like we're going back to this good old story that marijuana is a gateway to other drugs.
He was talking about the number of children that are drinking and smoking.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I started smoking weed when I was 11 years old. I experimented with it when I was 11. This is. I mean, I'm not saying it's right,
Mm-hmm.
but don't make it sound like it's a new phenomenon. It's not new.
Mm.
Kids will always experiment with what they see their parents doing. We used to experiment with smoking cigarettes. We used to go on the tree and break up some leaves and wrap it up in paper because we see father smoking. We think that's the coolest thing out.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that people do. Kids do. They copy you. You are the example.
Mm.
And you are to say good morning to you, and I say good morning to Nicole.
All
Nicola.
right. Nicole.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay.
All right. That's
But it's not. It's a copy game. They copy you, and rum is easy to buy in St. Vincent.
yeah, it is.
We,
I think
and we used to
alcohol generally easy to buy. Yeah.
we and cigarette and all them things easy to buy. When I was a kid, they used to send me to buy rum. How the shopkeeper supposed to know who are buying it for?
Mm-hmm.
Because my parents tell them that they sent me to buy rum one time, and that means it's signed and sealed. I could go buy it for myself after that. So even though sometimes we have to look at the cause of the problem and not just the problem. Stop selling rum to kids. Stop selling cigarettes to kids. Stop selling them to kids. And if you catch anybody who is an adult buying it for kids, you lock them up too. And you see how quick. Okay, they have all those rules too now. You go to a shopkeeper, you have to card you. You know what I mean, carding, right?
What, your ID?
Yeah, you have to present your ID to buy cigarette, liquor, and all that stuff. Even if you look old, you're gonna be walking with a stick to say, give me the card. You look the age, but you want to see the card still.
Yeah, verify. I think some persons here have been asking for us to get that system in place as well, for bartenders and shopkeepers to ask for ID before they sell liquor. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's I ain't said I was gonna cover everything enough, but we'll cut it down, trust me, because it's anytime you put a block on anything, people just get creative.
That's true.
They just suddenly get creative. And they will find a way to get that stuff. They will get creative. So I mean, we can't stop every hole and every thing. We flower hole. It's like I don't know what I mean. You can't stop it. Simply stop all yourself over it and you're sick.
All right. All right. Thank you, Kojo. Okay, then it's now 8:02, and Nicole, now back over to you so you can finish up.
Actually, I was just saying technical difficulties challenged us this morning, but here we are. And good morning, everyone. Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I missed out on the whole early part of this.
Yes, I'm not sure what went wrong this month. I think I have an idea what was the issue, but it's a good thing that everything is okay now. Just to finish up on what Kingsley brought up, as Kojo was talking about the identification that is needed overseas when you have to purchase these things. That's something that a lot of persons here have been calling for. But he also mentioned something that's very true. Whenever you put up restrictions, people get creative and people are always going to find a loophole or something like that. It really is up to the people selling alcohol and the cigarettes and things like these to know that they're not supposed to sell to children. In fact, they know they're not supposed to sell to children, but I guess they overlook everything and just focus on the money, or they figure, well, if the children are being allowed to make these purchases, then who am I to stop them from buying? But it really is up to them to decide that they're not going to sell drugs and alcohol to minors, and that would help to solve a lot of the problems. But we are still having that issue here today. And as Coach just said, it's been going on for quite a while now. I know some adults, and when you ask them when they started smoking, they'll tell you they started as a child. And some of them, unfortunately, were given the things by adults. And some adults do give children drugs and alcohol, and that's how a lot of them do get started. But we are going to wrap it up here. Nicole, I don't know if you have anything you would like to add to this. So I will let you do that.
The truth is, we have to really start being very clear about what we want to monitor and what messages we want to deliver. Because in truth and in fact, if we are saying that something is decriminalized, we have to be very clear in our statements about who is going to be given access and how. It has to be managed, it has to be monitored. And rightly so, when you block one hole, especially if it's something as fluid as access, you stop something, people are going to find a way. And humans are the most creative of creatures. So we're going to have to understand all of these things. It's a big, big, big discussion to be had. And it didn't start today.
Definitely. Good morning, Doc. All right. So we are going to head out of this talk segment at this time. We'll be back shortly with more talking here on Activated Mornings. Nicole, see you in a few.